In this video, I'm going to show you how I got a $4,000 flight on United Airlines Polaris business class, which is their top product, completely for free using credit card points, and how you can too. My name is Ben Hedges, aka the Credit Shifu. I am a credit card travel hacker. I specialize in using credit card points, frequent flyer, and hotel programs to get free luxury travel. I've racked up over $38,000 worth of free travel over the past 3 years or so, and I have a lot more planned. First, let's actually take a look at my flight experience, and then I'll give you the secrets of how I get flights like this for free or at a fraction of the cost. Hey guys, well, we are on the M25 this morning, one of Britain's most beloved roads. We are trying a really cool business class product today, the United Polaris business class. I want to say suite. I don't think they describe it as a suite, but anyway, it's their premier flagship business class product, and we're going to be there in about 3 hours if the traffic eases up. No, I'm just kidding. Should be there in a few minutes. Anyway, let's go. So my flight was leaving from Heathrow Terminal 2, or the Queen's Terminal. United has a special check-in for business class and Star Alliance Gold, but you still have to use a machine, which I don't like. However, it is very quick. After that, you head through Fast Track Security, which has no line, and you can then head up to the United Club. No Polaris lounge here, I'm afraid, but it is a decent lounge with an awesome English breakfast. Alright coffee, and some cool decorations, as well as a great view of the planes. The lounge also has individual restrooms, which I always like, so you have room and privacy if you want to get changed or wash your face, etc. Our plane on this route from London Heathrow to New York Newark is a 767-200, which is the smallest of Boeing's wide-body jets, i.e. it is the smallest jet Boeing makes that still has 2 aisles. Alright, let's check out my seat. The seats are very stylish, and this product was only brought in a few years ago. I chose an odd-numbered seat, and you should too if you're flying in Polaris on the 767. They offer greater privacy than the even-numbered ones. The bedding is provided by Saks Fifth Avenue, and the amenities kit is from Away Luggage. It's this cool mini suitcase design. The seat has some storage for your passport and wallet, etc. This space here, which is perfect for a book. There's a coat hook, ample outlets and USBs, a reading light, and of course it can turn into a fully flat bed, but we'll get to that later. On the ground, I was offered a drink, Prosecco or orange juice. I went for the non-alcoholic option, and we were ready to take off. Okay, now let's look at the food and the bed. But before we check that out, if you are interested in building up a huge amount of credit card points, which is how I paid for this flight, a great way is to use a system that lets you use a credit card to pay for things that you wouldn't normally be able to pay for with a credit card, and thus meet the spending requirement for those huge welcome bonuses on credit cards, especially business credit cards. And a great system to use for that is Melio, the sponsor of today's video. Melio actually does way more than that. It is a complete payment system aimed at small businesses and freelancers. You can use Melio through their website or on their mobile app, which is available for iOS right now, with Android coming soon. This means you can use it on the go, and you have access to all the same payment options. Through their system, you can pay any vendor, and they do not need to sign up for Melio themselves to get paid. Melio offers free ACH transfers with no subscription fees. You can also have checks mailed on your behalf, and if you want, you can even pay with a credit card, which does have a 2.9% fee, but it's a great way of meeting spend requirements for a welcome bonus. Like, I paid $6,000 in taxes with a fee in order to get the welcome bonus on the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card, which was 90,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points, to use 60,000 of them to book this flight, which is valued at around $4,000. Thus, that totally wipes out Melio's 2.9% fee, which would have been $156 in this case, and gives me loads of extra value on top. With Melio, you can pay vendors in up to 80 countries, and it seamlessly syncs with QuickBooks and Xero to keep your accounts up to date, whether you're using the desktop or mobile app versions. So simplify your bill pay and keep your business on track with Melio. Download the app and try it for yourself for free with my link on screen now and also in the description box below. Alright, so they gave us a hot towel, which is always nice, and this is the menu for lunch. This was a lunchtime flight. I went for the beef short rib, and this is where it's going to be a little funny. So the flight attendants were very nice. They gave me a Coke and they served me the meal, and I mean, it was nice. You can see from these clips, it looks good for a meal on a plane, right? But when I really thought about it, if this was served on the ground, it would be like serve yourself cafeteria food at best, maybe the IKEA restaurant or something. The flavor was alright, but this was not high-class cuisine. If you compare it to Japan Airlines business class or even the JetBlue flight I took on the way to the UK, it was very average. But hey, still better than food in economy, I guess. The dessert was this massive blob of ice cream in a bowl. I really didn't need that much, but whatever. I finished off with an English breakfast tea and then decided to make the bed, and this part was really cool. My flight attendant said that if I want, she can get me a mattress pad. Now, this was not supplied as standard, but they do have them on the plane in limited numbers, okay? So ask early before other people do, but if you ask, they give. And the mattress pad made such a difference, and this is now officially the best bed I've ever slept on a plane. All the little cracks and uneven parts of the seat were gone. It was super flat and fluffy, and the Saks Fifth Avenue pillow and duvet were great too. Before sleeping, I did my usual meditation test, and yes, this bed is big enough to meditate in the full lotus position comfortably. Not as good as the JetBlue Mint Studio, but better than the British Airways Club Suite. I meditated for about 35 minutes before I was rudely interrupted by the seatbelt sign, and I decided to just go to sleep. I closed my shade and dozed off for several hours. I think the fact that I didn't watch any movies on this flight shows you how good the bed was. I just ate, meditated, and slept. When I woke up, we were pretty close to New York. I had couscous for my pre-landing snack. The flavor was good, but again, United, you really need to improve on your presentation. It looked like it had been just dumped on the plate. I finished off with an orange juice and a coffee, and the landing into New York, Newark was smooth. But let's now talk about how I got this flight 100% for free. So, like I said in the middle of the video, I did it using the welcome bonus on a certain credit card, the Chase Ink Business Unlimited. At the time, the card was offering a 90,000 point welcome bonus for spending $6,000 in the first 3 months. So I got the bonus by paying my state taxes with the card. I then transferred those points over to another card I have, the Chase Ink Preferred. Now, the Ink Unlimited on its own just allows you to redeem for cashback, 1 cent per point type redemptions, but the Ink Preferred has transfer partners. And one of those transfer partners was United. Now, at this time, United was selling Saver Award tickets on this route for 60,000 points plus around $300 in taxes and fees. That has since gone up to 80,000 points in their recent devaluation. However, that's still doable with that sign-up bonus. So anyway, I transferred 60,000 points over to United and booked the flight, getting around 6 cents in value per point, since the flight would have cost around $4,000 if you booked it with cash. Depending on how you look at it, actually if you booked it as a one-way redemption, it'd be like $8,000. As half of a round-trip ticket, it's around $4,000 or close to $5,000. Let's just call it $4,000 because the return ticket was around $8,000, so just half of that. We'll say $4,000, but you can look at it in different ways. I then paid the $326 in taxes and fees with my American Express Platinum card because that gets 5 points per dollar on flights booked directly with airlines. But wait a minute, didn't I say I got this totally for free? So what I actually did to pay off the charge on my credit card for the taxes was to take 30,000 Amex points that I had stashed away on my Charles Schwab Amex Platinum and transfer those to my Charles Schwab brokerage account at 1.1 cents per point, which is a function of the Charles Schwab Amex Platinum. It's the best version of the Amex Platinum, if you ask me. That got me $330 in my Charles Schwab account, which I was then able to use to pay off the charge for the taxes and fees on my Platinum card. And I had $4 left over to buy a coffee at Starbucks or something. So in the end, the flight cost me 90,000 points, 60,000 from Chase and 30,000 from Amex, with the Chase ones being redeemed at a much higher value than the Amex ones. But guys, you can do this too. Credit card welcome bonuses are a great way of building up a load of points quickly, okay? It's not that I had a load of business spending or something that you guys don't have. I literally just got the welcome bonus on a credit card, and I was able to book this amazing business class flight. Now, I have a credit card guide on my website that shows you a load of the credit cards that I typically use. If you want to learn more about my strategy, I will put that in the links below. Also, if you're looking for a way to put spending on a credit card that you wouldn't be able to normally use a credit card for, check out our sponsor Melio in the links below as well. You can download their mobile app, which is really useful, and in fact, Melio is more than just enabling you to pay for things with a credit card. It's a complete payment system for small business and freelancers. So do check out their service. It will be the top link in the description box. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you want to see some other ways to cross the Atlantic, for example, JetBlue Mint Studio or British Airways Club Suite, I will put those videos on screen now and you can compare them. I'll probably come out with a JetBlue versus United video, since those are the two flights I did on my recent trip. I'll come out with that in a few days so we can compare and contrast them. Until then, guys, please subscribe if you're new. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.